Around a decade ago, Goldie Look and Jane released the single, Guns Don't Kill People, Rappers Do. I think we're about due for an updated version. Yesterday on Facebook, Franklin Graham wrote, President Obama's answer to the tragic shooting of 9 people in Charleston is to have more gun laws. With all due respect, Mr. President, all of the laws in the world can't change the human heart. Only God can do that. Our nation needs a spiritual healing. We have turned our back on God and His laws. Hollywood is responsible for glorifying gun violence on television, in movies, and in the video gaming industry. This plays a big part in our culture of gun violence today. If you want more laws, why don't you ask Congress to pass laws against the poisoning of the minds of our young people by this godless industry? Share this if you agree. First of all, who is this guy? Because I didn't know until I saw this post. He is the president of Samaritan's Purse and Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. He has quite a few followers on social media. Before I even begin to tackle what he's said, would you care to take a guess at how many shares this has? I'll give you a moment to think, both to help you guess and also to help you decide if you actually want to know. If you don't want your day ruined, I'd suggest closing the video now. 215,000 human beings read this and thought, yes, this is important. I will share this. Even if you take into consideration that some of these people will be sharing this to say, look, what an idiot. 279,000 people clicked, I like this. So I have quite a strong feeling that most of those shares are sincere support. And you know what? I'm not even going to cover anything about the ideas about gun control. I'm not even going to point out too much that he said only God can change a man's heart, and by the way, so can video games. Let's give him all of that. Let's just accept all of that. I think we can completely accept his premise and show why his conclusion is a terrible idea anyway. You believe that creative media has the power to shape young minds to the point that they become mass murderers. You think it has that much power? And you want the government to be in control of regulating what's done with that. Either that, or this Franklin Graham guy believes it has that power, and he wants to control it. I mean, personally, I don't think he actually believes that, and he's just using this as a tool to argue against gun laws. But presume he does. Do you trust someone who wants control over what they believe is such a power? It's almost always presented like this. Games have the power to shape a mind this way, stop them from being shaped that way. They never go into the details of, well, if it shapes minds, where would you have it shape the minds instead? This is part of my argument why, even if games do shape people's attitudes, they need to be completely free. Presume games do cause violence. That's actually a reason to keep it free, because what else will they cause if it's controlled by someone? Pretend that research shows games do shape your views completely. You either need to leave it completely free so as to avoid government or some other body controlling what people think, or get rid of creativity altogether. Personally, I think that second option might make the world into somewhere not worth living in. So let's go with leaving creativity free, please. All that aside though, I have a completely separate message. I'd really rather you didn't use a shooting to push your agenda, you slimy fuck. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions.